All right, so yeah, so the question was with the captcha code. It's only there if you're on a personal Gmail. If you're on a apps domain with your district, then it won't. Now here I have all these options for different themes. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You can change the theme 20 times a day if you feel like it. That's easy to change. So if you picked a theme or you feel like, oh, I didn't do that, okay, we can fix it. And I click create, and it says, Alice, you don't know how to type. Create site. Just thinking about it. Okay, right? So I have a site. It is what it is. So now think about your home page. This is where people first come to. You can change the landing page to be the agenda page if you want. But I would encourage you on your front page to make it attractive and welcoming and try to always update it a little bit once a week. Put something new on here. What's coming up this week? Good luck, go Raiders at the football game on Friday. Something so your website doesn't look dead. Okay, so what you're going to do is if you are logged in, you're going to see this pencil, piece of paper, more button, and blue share button. Now, those of you who are on a Google Apps domain, with your school, yours does not have the little globe there, does it? It has some little building-looking things. You notice when you hover over top of it, it says, anybody at my school site can edit my website. Not a good setting. So, if you're not signed in, by the way, you won't see these options. They will be invisible. And what the sign in, right here where it says recent site activity, if you're not signed in, that switches to sign in. So that's where you would sign in. So you're like, where's my pencil? You have to sign in. So let's go ahead and click on the blue share button. Click on the blue share button. It's okay. Click on the blue share button.
Oh, because that was before. Yeah.
I'll help you. When you think, I'm going to show you that right now. Click on the blue share button. Click on the blue share button. The blue share button is my quick and dirty way to get into the back end. If I want to get into the edit the settings on my website, I just click on the blue share button. Because you'll notice on the side, I can move easily to any of the different settings options. Otherwise, there's a menu option under the More button to go to some of these different specific pages. That's too much to remember. Just click on the blue share button. Just go there. You'll notice, for those of you who forgot to set a theme, or you don't like it, you guys see it says themes, colors, and fonts down here? You will not break it. You will not break it. So when you go in there and you're like, oh, I wonder what this does, try it. Just push all the buttons. Just do it. It can be reset. You will not break it. Okay? So mine says public on the web, anyone on the internet can find and view, which is what I want, right? I want parents to be able to access it. If there's stuff that you're putting on there, like Houghton Mifflin, copyright material, then maybe you want to make it not public.
How do you get it to be public? I don't know how to share it.
So there's the change button. So if yours is a apps domain and it says, hey, everybody at my school site can edit this, or you don't want it public, or whatever, notice right here it says change. So go ahead and click change. Now, public on the internet means it's Google searchable. I want parents to get to my website. I actually do want it to be Google searchable. I also want my classroom to be transparent. Come in my classroom anytime. I'm not doing anything bad. So it doesn't bother me. I also like to share with other teachers, so go ahead, check out my website. I'll take your feedback about how sucky it looks. Okay.
At least not at this point, huh?
No, I don't have anything to share.
They're really hard to read for a reason.
No.
keeping robots out, but you're keeping me out too. All right, so I'm on a Gmail, so it only gives me 3 options, but you're on a Google Apps domain, it gives you 2 extra options. If I'm doing student portfolios, I don't necessarily want student portfolios to be public on the web. I probably, especially if they're younger, I want them to be private. But that's not what we're doing today. Again, I personally choose public on the web because I want people to know what's going on in my classroom. That's the point of doing this. So choose the option that you feel most comfortable with, but does not let anybody at your school site edit it. Don't choose that option. Then you hit save. Now, the next trick is where it says invite people. Invite yourself. Any email addresses that you have, put those in there. So I teach at Fresno State, so I'll do akeeler@mail.fresnostate.edu. Now notice here, I'm giving myself edit access. No. I want to say is owner. Now, unlike a Google Doc, only one person can be owner. On a Google site, everybody can be owner. What does that mean? Not that I own your stuff. It just means that I have access to the back end. So when you give somebody is owner privileges, yes, they can delete your site. Don't share with people who are jerks. Don't tweet that.
So any of the email addresses that we have, we put there as is owner.
Is owner. And then I will also put the email addresses of anybody who I know who is techie or just is teaching in the same department as me. They might not look at my website ever, but just in case.
And can you edit that later?
I can edit it later. I just click on the blue share button and I can delete them off. So I say is owner. So I share it with all my email addresses, so that way no matter what I'm logged in as, I can edit my site. Because nothing is more annoying than to log out so I can log in, right? You're okay. No problem. I'm clicking the blue share button. It gets you into the back end. If you're okay with public on the web, just start inviting yourself and anybody you know. So if you're 4th grade, invite everybody in the 4th grade team, invite the principal, whoever else, anyone who might possibly be able to help you if you're having any trouble, or who would update parent volunteer, rock on, put them on there. Just don't share with jerks.
So you're saying make yourself owner and share with everybody else.
And I make them as owner also.
You make them owner as well.
I've had 0 problems with this. Most people are not jerks. I'll tell you what, I do not share, mrskeeler@gmail.com. I do not share with 7th grade boys. And, I just didn't. I didn't share my website with 7th grade boys. So as long as I stay away from that demographic, they probably won't be writing penis on my site. No, I'm right. Okay with that. I appreciate that about,
It goes down.
I like kids. But I also, I recognize that they are kids. So at the high school level, I always have a few kids that are like, Miss Keeler, can I wash your desk for you? Absolutely. I'll add them in too, because I'm like, hey, that thing that we were just doing, like someone from every class, I want to have them on there. Can you update that? Can you add your notes to that? That's a great sample. Would you mind adding it on there? And so I can get kids to contribute to my site, so I don't have to do it all myself. Crowdsourcing. Just throwing out some ideas. Okay, you see there's an X. I can remove people, and I can also change their status after I've added them, so it's easy. Does anyone need any help with adding people? Questions about that? To get out of this, you go to mine says Mrs. Keeler's ETC sample site. Yours will say whatever you named it. But this is how you get back to the regular website.
We don't, do we put save and share?
Oh yeah, save and share. Sorry, yeah. Then we're gonna go back to the site.
Okay. So this is saying it's only Gmail account.